Hello, everyone. Welcome. Today we have Amber here with us, sharing her experience with hypnotherapy and subconscious mind coaching. And I'm so excited for her to be in the meeting with us today. Yeah, Amber, I share the space with you today. Maybe you can just introduce yourself very quickly to us. And we're very excited to hear about your experiences.
Yes, thank you very much. I'm very happy to be here. So my name is Amber, and I've been living in Berlin for about 5 years. But I'm originally from England, as you can hear from my accent. And I work in digital advertising here in Berlin. And Lisa was recommended to me by a friend. And hypnotherapy was never something I had considered. I wasn't doing any kind of therapy at the time. I was just sort of living with this feeling of social anxiety that had been growing over the last years, but I wasn't doing anything about it. I was just sort of hoping that it would magically disappear without me doing any kind of work on it. And I guess my reasoning for that was that I didn't used to have it. It's not something I grew up with. I was very confident, outgoing, bubbly, chatty person with no fears. And I was the life and soul of the party and loved meeting new people. That was actually one of my favorite things to do, is to go to festivals and parties and meet new people and chat to them. So it was very alien to me, this feeling. And I just because I didn't used to have it, I presumed it would go away, but it wasn't. And um, it was becoming quite debilitating, to the point where I just wouldn't want to go to certain events if I knew there would be new people there. And at work, I was just not able to present. I have to present a lot at work, and I wasn't able to do that well, or I would be having panic attacks before I had to present, or just in meetings, even just with colleagues, not even presenting externally, even just with colleagues, I would feel like I couldn't contribute in a meeting, even though I had the answers and I had the knowledge, just because I was so nervous about how what I said would be taken. And yeah, was it was quite becoming quite difficult. But so when this was recommended to me, I thought, why not give it a go? And I'm very glad that I did. So yeah, that's how I came to be here. Yeah, so I had pretty much zero expectations going in. I had no experience of hypnotherapy other than what you see on TV, for example. And I was maybe a little nervous about, I don't know, what feelings were going to come up in the hypnotherapy, or how is it? Am I going to just be in a trance and have completely no control over my mind or something? But the experience, yeah, you made it very, very comfortable. You completely put me at ease with your manner, how we spoke in our initial conversation, and you told me exactly how it was going to be and what to be prepared for. That we're going to go deep into my past, and there might be some feelings and emotions and memories that come up, but it's not that you're in a completely unable to move, paralyzed state or something. And it was all over Zoom, which I also didn't expect, and that was really nice, because it meant that I could do the session from the comfort of my own bed, which was really nice to feel safe in that space. Um, and yeah, the way that you talked was very comforting. Um, and the experience itself was very healing, I would say, is the word I would use. We went back into some memories that I wasn't expecting, and it was really interesting to make these connections with you of just certain memories that I wouldn't have connected together that made so much sense when we talked about them, but I would never have thought of that myself. And yeah, and it was really interesting to see how those memories and those connections contributed to this state of anxiety that I had been in. And yeah, it all made sense. And also it was afterwards, after the actual hypnosis, it was also really interesting to hear you explain to me what actually anxiety is, because I had really thought up until this point that it was a terrible thing that had happened to me. Like I had been given this anxiety, but actually you let me know that it was in there all along as a protection mechanism, but just that my brain wasn't using it for the right things at the moment. Like it's and that was really useful to know that and understand it in that way. And yeah, the whole experience was very, yeah, it felt very safe. I felt very safe with you, and yeah, it felt good. Like I don't know what other word to describe, but I just felt good, like a weight, kind of a weight lifted the days after. As you can see now, I'm very comfortable and not nervous at all. I think I wouldn't have been able to do this, even this interview 6 months ago. I would have, or if I had to do it, I would have been freaking out for the weeks beforehand, and and I would just be like waiting until it's over. And this is so not my life now at all. It doesn't, these, I don't even have to think about these things. I don't even have to, it doesn't even come into my head to feel nervous about something like this. Or even this morning I had to do a presentation at work, and it just wasn't, I didn't even think about it for the days leading up to it, which was what you said would happen. And I couldn't have imagined that it would work so well. And to just feel like to feel like my old self again, really, and to just feel comfortable. And yeah, just life is easier now, much easier. And it doesn't, yeah, going to parties with new people, it seems so strange that I ever even was worried about that, because it's so that I can't even remember how that feels. So yeah, it's just been I would say like a miracle transformation for me that I really wasn't expecting. I didn't know I could feel like this again. So what we did after the session was that really helped was this recording that you made. So it's like a half-hour recording that's very personalized, and it includes a lot of the wishes that I had for myself, very personal wishes that I had for myself, and as well as including the traits that I wanted to identify with having. And this, I listened to, the recommendation was to listen to it every night for 30 nights minimum. And I really did that. I really put headphones on and listened to it very quietly at night while falling asleep. And I think I never managed, for at least the first weeks, I never even managed to get to the end of the recording in one session, because it also very much helps to put you in a state of where you're ready to sleep. And this was something I was having trouble with anyway. So this was really an added bonus, that I was sleeping much better with this tape, and hearing this message while I slept. It just became ingrained in me that this is who I am. And yeah, on top of that, we had some follow-up sessions where of course you really wanted to hear how it was going, and really explain to me. There were things that I was, nervous. No, I wouldn't say nervous about, but there's obviously things that affect your mood, like hormonal changes for women during the month, and it was really helpful to have you explain how just how in such detail, like how the hormones can affect this, and affect and how, you know, what I put into my body in terms of caffeine and sugar, etc., how this can affect things. I was also having some recurring thoughts about my relationship, that you were able to identify as kind of an OCD and help me with that. And I was able to read up and learn about that. So like understanding all these things, it was like each time, like I felt lighter after speaking with you. Like, and I think I even emailed you and told you that because I was feeling so much lighter after understanding all these things, and breathing exercises that you gave me as well, and different exercises that I could add to my daily routine with, you know, looking in the mirror and saying certain things to myself, and all of these things together, have just made my life so much better. I just feel kind of free of this now, and like I can move on with my life. So yeah, it's been a really, really wonderful experience. Definitely try it, and not to be scared. It's a very safe environment that you create, um and yeah, it was, I mean, this healing of the going back into the deep past, I think was so necessary for this to have worked. And it wasn't scary at all. And yeah, just have an open mind and enjoy it, because it has the potential to really change your life, as it really, like, honestly, I really wasn't expecting it to be such a drastic change. And yeah, it was, yeah, it's like magical. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Amber. Thank you so much for sharing your experiences today with us. Also taking the time for being here. And I think we're going to talk soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for everything.